Welcome to Serenity Palace. Are you often overwhelmed by uncertainty in your relationships? Do you find yourself constantly seeking reassurance from your partner? If you relate to these feelings, you might be experiencing the complexities of an anxious attachment style. In this video, we'll uncover the key characteristics of anxious attachment, explore how it shapes your interactions, and provide you with insights to understand and navigate your relationships more effectively. Stick around to discover how this attachment style impacts your connections and what you can do to foster healthier, more secure bonds. If you relate to several of these traits, it could be a sign that you lean toward this attachment pattern. People with anxious attachment are often preoccupied with whether their partner truly loves them. They need frequent validation and reassurance, whether through words, actions, or physical closeness, that they are valued and important. Even in a healthy relationship, they might overthink small gestures or changes in behavior, seeing them as signs of impending rejection or abandonment. A core feature of anxious attachment is the deep-seated fear that a partner will leave them. This fear can be irrational, popping up even when the relationship is stable. They may experience anxiety when their partner is unavailable or distracted, interpreting it as a sign that they're losing interest. This fear can lead to behaviors like texting excessively, seeking constant contact, or worrying endlessly about why their partner hasn't replied quickly. Anxiously attached individuals tend to rely heavily on their partner for a sense of self-worth. They may struggle to feel secure or confident in themselves without constant validation from their partner. This can create an imbalance in relationships, where the anxious person becomes overly dependent on their partner's approval to feel emotionally secure. Boundaries can feel threatening to someone with an anxious attachment style. They may see emotional distance or independence from their partner as a sign that something is wrong. Because of this, they may push for more closeness and emotional intensity, which can sometimes overwhelm their partner. People with anxious attachment are often hyper-focused on their relationships. They might spend a lot of time analyzing their partner's behavior, worrying about the future, or imagining worst-case scenarios. This preoccupation can make it difficult to enjoy the present moment or focus on other aspects of life, like work or personal hobbies. Anxious individuals can struggle with feelings of jealousy or possessiveness, fearing that their partner might be interested in someone else or is drifting away. These feelings can lead to controlling behaviors or frequent check-ins to make sure their partner isn't losing interest. Now that we've covered the characteristics, let's talk about how these traits affect adult relationships. Emotional intensity. People with anxious attachment styles tend to bring a lot of emotional intensity into their relationships. They love deeply, but they also experience fear deeply. This emotional roller coaster can create highs and lows in relationships, which might make things feel unstable or overwhelming to both partners. Pursuer-distancer dynamic. Anxious individuals often find themselves in a pursuer-distancer dynamic, especially if they're with an avoidant partner. The anxious person pushes for more closeness, while the avoidant partner pulls back to maintain their sense of independence. This creates a cycle where the more the anxious person seeks reassurance, the more the avoidant partner distances themselves, reinforcing the anxious person's fear of abandonment, insecurity, and conflict. In relationships, anxious attachment often leads to conflict. The constant need for validation and the fear of being unloved can lead to misunderstandings, emotional outbursts, or accusations. For the anxious person, every argument or slight feels like confirmation that their partner might leave them. Clinging to the relationship, even when it's unhealthy. Because anxious individuals fear abandonment so deeply, they might stay in unhealthy or toxic relationships out of fear of being alone. This can make it difficult to set boundaries or walk away when the relationship is no longer serving them. The good news is that while your attachment style is shaped by early childhood experiences, it's not set in stone. With time, self-awareness, and effort, you can learn to move toward a more secure attachment style. Here are a few ways to start healing an anxious attachment style, beginning with building self-awareness. Recognizing your patterns is the first step. Pay attention to when you feel anxious or insecure in relationships. Are there specific triggers that make you feel this way? Communicate your needs. Learning to communicate your needs clearly and calmly can help reduce misunderstandings and conflict. Instead of seeking constant reassurance, try expressing how you feel and why certain behaviors trigger anxiety for you. Practice self-soothing. When you feel the urge to seek validation or reassurance, practice self-soothing techniques. This might involve meditation, journaling, or simply reminding yourself that your worth doesn't depend on someone else's approval. Work on building self-worth, developing a strong sense of self-worth. Independent of your relationships is crucial for anxious individuals. Engage in activities that make you feel confident. Surround yourself with supportive friends and remind yourself of your strengths and achievements. Consider therapy. Attachment-related issues are deep-rooted and can be challenging to overcome alone. Working with a therapist, especially one trained in attachment theory, can help you uncover the core reasons behind your anxiety and guide you toward healthier relationship patterns. Anxious attachment can make relationships feel like an emotional battlefield, but the key is awareness and growth. By understanding where these feelings come from and taking active steps to heal, you can shift toward a more secure attachment style and create healthier, more balanced connections. In our next video, we'll dive into avoidant attachment style, what it looks like, how it's formed, and why avoidant individuals tend to fear emotional closeness. Make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so that you're notified anytime we drop more helpful videos to enrich your life. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.